What up, y'all? It's your boy, One Sir Grove. This is episode 47. I said episode 47 of Casting 495 Celebrities Worldwide, C4CW. Can you fucking believe it, man? 47 goddamn fucking episodes, man. We've been churning this shit out left and right. If you're tuning in for the first time, second time, multiple times, man, God bless you. And thank you sincerely, man, for fucking checking out the podcast. This particular episode, man, I'm just going to keep it. Oh, by the way, this is a mobile podcast. And, man, I hope that you're having a blessed day wherever you are in the world, whether it's day, nighttime, somewhere in between, like midday and shit, man. Man, hope you have a blessed day. And night. So this particular episode is about white rappers. Yes. Just let me collect my thoughts here. White rappers in today's industry. And I was just peeping Slim Jesus. Slim Jesus's material, bro. Because full disclosure, I don't know anybody who doesn't like Eminem for real. I mean, even the whole thing with MGK, Machine Gun Kelly, right? It's obvious that Machine Gun Kelly was a fan of Eminem from the get-go, right? I mean, we already know the story. That's how it goes down. So you got Machine Gun Kelly, you got Eminem. Okay, flash forward. There's other white rappers, man, that have been putting in work for a long time. Third Base. Remember, man, I talk about man, what the fuck ever happened to Third Base? This new generation, y'all need to go back, dig in the crates, look at the intel, bring up Third Base. Bring up Third Base on YouTube, man, and pay homage, okay? Pay homage. I know some of y'all rap niggas be saying homage and shit. Look, brah, this shit is it's a silent H, okay? It's fucking homage. But whatever, I get it, you gotta switch it up a little bit for the rap game. So I'll just play along, even though I taught English, you know what I'm saying, for 10 years in a Korean private school. I use the colloquialisms and shit. I just said in shit, and I say, you know what I'm saying? And I got all the isms down. So, I want for y'all to pay homage to Third Base. Because Third Base was dope. I mean, you talk about Beastie Boys. Beastie Boys are still dope. Hey, if you like Beastie Boys and you say that you hip to Beastie Boys, man, I like Beastie Boys, man. Always been a fan. Okay, well then what's up with you in Third Base? You need to know about motherfucking Third Base. Because I ain't hearing anything about Third Base nowadays. And Third Base was a major white boy rap group in the night, man, dude, in the era that precedes all of this fucking mumble rap garbage. The fucking pseudo rap era where niggas ain't really rapping. They're just like, right? Okay? Before this era, when people were rapping, there was a crew called Third Base. Look it up on the internet. Look at the Wikipedia on it. Okay? And get up to speed on your hip hop rap history. Now, back to Slim Jesus. What about White Jesus? What about Ritz? Ritz, R-I-T-T-Z, like a Ritz cracker, right? As Chris Rock would say. But no, man, Ritz, one of the tightest fucking white rappers, white Caucasian, urban musical artists in the history of hip hop rap. Right up there with Eminem. Ritz is right up there. Lyrically, on the lyrical level, it's right up there, man. Right up there. Fucking ultra dope MC. R-I-T-T-Z. Man, the old school shit. Slamerican, Strange. You feel me? Peep it, man. If you ain't hip to Ritz, Ritz is ultra fucking dope. And I ain't got to go into too much details right now, about Ritz in terms of an analysis and backstory on Ritz, because Ritz made a name for himself. And I'm just supporting the cause, man, by out of respect, just, giving proper dues and respect where said respect and dues are due. That's what we do. Yeah, Ritz, I've been a huge fan of Ritz for a long time. That's White Jesus. Now let's get back to Slim Jesus. So Slim Jesus, the dude that had the Frank Block, he had the one track that hit viral status, right? If y'all ain't hit the Slim Jesus, because some cats, videos go viral. Man, there's a lot of shit I see in hip hop rap now, and I'm like, oh shit, I didn't even know this dude existed. I ain't never heard of this guy, And then, come to find out that like a year ago, he had a viral video. That's not a bad thing. It's just, man, the internet, there's so much shit. There's so much stuff. There's just so many things going on. Like, you don't always, just because a video goes viral doesn't mean that you heard about it like the moment it went viral. So I peeped Slim Jesus, though, when Slim Jesus first debuted. Like, I peeped him. I peeped the scene. I peeped the steez. I peeped the lyrics and the delivery. With the assertion when he first materialized out on the scene with that viral video. I was like, nice, because I don't knock a cat for his hustle. You feel me? And I liked it. And I was like, damn, this is interesting. You know what I'm saying? And you know what? I mean, to this day, I don't even know where Slim Jesus is from. To me, since I lived in Chicago, they look like they were Midwest. That looked like a Midwest op, somewhere Midwest, South. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. Like, I even brought it up and I ain't even sourced it. I just saw the alleyway. You know what I'm saying? It looked like like some trap shit. And, that could be anywhere. But you feel me? Like, my impression that I got from the video, because I do need to wiki it, it just looked like the Midwest to me. But nonetheless, I did see an interview where his crew had, I believe, come up here to like New York, and they were talking to some cat on some radio station, and the dude at the radio station made some comment about, like, he was talking to Slim Jesus, and he's like, yo, I know your boy's standing right there at the door, is strapped. In other words, he's got the heat, he's carrying the jammy and shit, you know what I'm saying? He's got the clapper on him, the banger, the heater, the fucking, the strizap, the pistola, and the hammer. And I was like, this Slim Jesus interview. And I can't remember where he said that he was from or if he even did. But then I didn't hear about Slim Jesus for a minute, man, for like a year or so. And so as I'm going through the internet and I'm like, yo, I'm going to start doing some analyses of urban hip hop rap music, because I know it like the back of my hand, because I am an expert in this field, 100% fucking expert, 100% expert in this here field. I'm like, yo, let's cover some white boy, white Caucasian, because I'm half white Caucasian myself. I'm a half white boy myself, so don't, be getting all weird and shit. Let's cover some white rappers, and let's take a look at what Slim Jesus has been up to. Because again, no disrespect to Slim Jesus, I never disliked the dude. When some rappers in the industry were talking shit, Slim Jesus better be careful, man. He better be careful. You know how he be talking on them raps with his, he concedes this in the rap, and, that's some, if he were to be involved in some real gang shit, it's like, niggas are presumptuous, man. And they be saying some stupid fucking shit, Like, niggas is the only niggas with guns. Like, niggas is the only niggas in gangs. Like, niggas is the only niggas that are connected and shit. Niggas is the only niggas that is connected type shit. It's like, come on, dude, really? You see a video from this white kid for the first time, and the first thing you want to say is, oh, that little white kid must be careful whilst he rhymes about being involved in some, like, urban landscape type scenario. It's like, dude, do you fucking know the kid? Maybe he's the one that's supplying weapons to your fucking homeboys, idiot moron. Like, you don't fucking know this guy, And then, of course, he's a minor at the time, I guess. Apparently, like, he just turned 18 back when he was doing those videos or something, and he was in high school. I mean, I'm not saying that he was involved in anything back then when he was in high school, because I don't know, but I know back when I was in high school, I was involved in shit, gang shit, growing up out west. And of course, man, I mean, he's playing it cool. He ain't gonna say anything, man, that's gonna incriminate him. So he's like, nah, man, I ain't doing the shit that I talk about in my raps, or whatever he said back then, something to that effect, right? Because in some places, man, it's illegal to be involved in gangs and shit. So, I mean, whatever. But the point is that was just fuel for the fire for his opponents and critics, to say some stupid shit like, oh, see, just like such and such said, this little white kid, he better be careful on the microphone, fucking with some real gangsters. It's like, come on, man, shut the fuck up. Every time, like niggas think, like motherfuckers that be doing these like response videos that think that everybody, just because they ain't black, just because they ain't a certain like hue of brown, just because they don't talk with a certain vernacular, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh, these dudes are artificial and we're so hard and supreme ourselves in terms of our gangsterism. This new kid who just, I really think motherfuckers just be jealous though. I really think niggas just be jealous when they see someone hit off a fucking viral video and have millions of plays. Instead of giving a cat props, man, they just try to pick at it and be like, well, you know, the thing is, like, this kid, he's not for real, and he just better watch his back in the rap game because, like, we're real, and he's, like, fake, and he's just totally an actor. It's like, I don't think so. I don't think his boys are. And even if they tell you that those guns are replicas, they might just want you to think that shit. You know what I mean? Like, are you that fucking rejected, dude? Are you that motherfucking stupid, dude? Seriously? Like, yeah, you're set so hard, and there's no other set in America where maybe there's a white kid that's behind the whole gang shit. Maybe okay, look, I'm gonna give you an example of something as an example to make my point even more so than I already have. I read this article, man, in the newspaper. I say newspaper. I think it was the internet because I stopped fucking, like, why pay for, fucking paper and ink when you can just read the shit on the internet? But it was like 10 years ago or so or something like that, man. So I may have actually flipped through a newspaper and saw the story. But nonetheless, if you Google it, I'm pretty sure I also looked it up on the web. There was this kid, man, and I don't remember where exactly it was, but I'll go with Florida. And he was, he was complaining something about like he had called the police. Now, don't take my word for this. I don't know if this is true or not. It's kind of from, memory here. I'm not looking at anything on the internet. I'm just driving. This is a mobile podcast. And, but the story was something to the following effect. Like this youngster, I don't remember. I'm going to say he was like 18, 21. I think he was over the age of like 18. Maybe not. But point being, like now, 10 years down the road, he would most certainly be he's now fucking an adult for sure. But he had like called the police, man. Just like if someone had their car vandalized and they needed to file a police report. Like, dude wasn't snitching in my rule book. Like, he wasn't snitching. He just called the police because he was angry about some niggas that, I think he said something like he called the police and he said something like, and they're like, hello, 911. And he's like, yeah, motherfuckers, they need to do something real quick before I like smoke these motherfuckers. And they're like, pardon me, sir? And he's like, now don't quote me on this. This is just a rendition. And I don't know if this is how it went down, but from my memory, it was something kind of sort of like this. And they're like, what are you talking about, sir? And he's like, yeah, these motherfuckers, they owe me some shit. They owe me some money. They took my guns and I just don't want to go and blast on them right now. I just want my guns or I just want my money or whatever, right? And so like this dude was trying to like, he didn't want to murk these fools and the police were befuddled. Like, they're like, wait, hold up. Like, what do you, okay, so clarify that. What are you saying, young man? And he's like, so I sold these niggas some weapons and they fucking owe me my dough. And basically, if, I'm just kind of reaching out because I could just go and smoke these fools, I just want these motherfuckers to pay me my money that I owe. Or rather, I just want for these motherfuckers to pay me the money they owe me type shit, right? And the police are like, do you mind if we come over and talk to you like in person? And he's like, or some shit like that. That's why it was headline news. Some shit like that, right? So you're probably like, nah, way, dude, this didn't happen. No, it did happen like this. So the police, they go to this dude's house, right? They fucking creep on this motherfucking spot on some SWAT shit, right? They SWAT up on this motherfucker because they're like, yo, this kid is tripping. If this shit is real, this is some what? Who the fuck is this kid? Okay, so look, check game. As it turned out, This dude wasn't a punk at all. Like, he wasn't even a buster. Like, this dude was not a sucker. This dude was not a Jake. And this dude was not a lame. This kid, and I say kid because, you know, I'm double his fucking age, and it's no disrespect. It's just, man, it's what we say. You know, kid, people from my era, if someone in their 20s, I mean, it's kid, man. What's up, kid? You know? So, this dude, this young dude, the police started to piece it all together, and this motherfucker was the one on some, like, usual suspect, Kaiser Sose type shit. This nigga ran the firearms game. Like, he was the dude supplying, like, a good portion of, like, the Southeast or some shit like that. Like, he was running the fucking, the weapons game, okay? Industry, underground, black market, illicit shit. Like, he was running the underground weapons trafficking shit for, like, all of Florida, mostly. Or some shit like that. Can't remember the state. Can't remember who it was exactly. But motherfuckers that, you know, connect the dots, do the correlation, and they do the analyses, and they know what I'm talking about. They're like, yeah, Grove is actually correct. That's an actual history out of the textbook of case law and fucking crime and justice and punishment. That shit, Grove is right. That shit happened. Yeah, it did happen, and I know that it happened. And again, you notice I didn't go into specifics or particulars or details, but this dude, he was running the show, right? So, and he was a young dude too at that. And I can't remember like how many millions he had made or something like this, or you know, however many fucking boxes of houses that he had to the, you know, with boxes of money to the ceiling. But what I'm talking about is this. That's how low level these niggas be with their analyses when it comes to cats like Slim Jesus. They just see a cat on YouTube and they act like they immediately know everything about dude's background. That's how stupid motherfuckers be. They be like, oh, this cat is fake. And it's like, is he really, dude? Is he really? Or is he behind some shit? Hey, look, I'm just saying, like, you know, if I see a cat on YouTube like Slim Jesus for the very first time, and I don't know him, right? And I don't know Slim Jesus. I've never met him. But I'm saying, like, go back to when Slim Jesus first debuted with that track that went viral. The way I think, the way my mind works, knowing what I know about the world and shit, I see the video for the first time, right? I ain't gonna be like, hey, this dude is fake. Hey, this kid is a white kid, and I think this shit's stupid. Nope. I'm peeping the whole scene. I'm like, yo, this kid might be saying in interviews that the guns that he's got are replicas because he's a youth at the time and he's not an adult or whatever the story may be. I don't believe that. I don't believe those are replicas. I think those are real guns. And also, I don't believe his story that he ain't involved in the shit that he's talking about. He's probably 100% involved in the shit that he's talking about, in my opinion. Okay? In my opinion, that's the way I assess shit, man, when it come to urban intel. I don't fucking underestimate niggas like that. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I'm from the West Coast, bro, where white boys be in real gangs. They be real gangsters, like certified, bona fide gang niggas. Come on, dude. Like, you think Slim Jesus? I like Slim Jesus. I like his music and I like his style. What I'm saying is, you think that he's like, you know, one in a million because he's a white dude surrounded by black dudes? No, bro, that's a recurring theme where I come from. Man, I know a lot of cities where there are a lot of cats, and I'm not saying that they're moving units in the world of, like, you know, arts and entertainment like Slim Jesus is. I'm not saying that. Some of them are, though. But I'm saying that some of them ain't even involved in the music industry. Some of them ain't even doing anything in the world of raps and rhymes and lyrics and shit. I'm just talking about white dudes that be getting down with niggas. They be white niggas like that. They just be in the game, man. They just be fucking gangster like that. And they're not tokens, okay? They're not fake. They're not made up. They're in the gang. They're part of the organization. They're part, man, come on, man. Like, stop being stupid, man. And stop pretending like white dudes ain't part of the black gang shit. Maybe fucking 40 years ago, when there were super strict rules and codes depending on the gang and it had shit to do with race, like, he couldn't possibly be part of this gang because it's an all black gang and there's only one white guy that's ever been part of it. It's like, Yeah, maybe 40 years ago, dude. Shit ain't like that anymore in this world. So what I'm saying is that I was peeping what Slim Jesus has been up to, getting up to speed on what he's been doing, and it looks like, man, as of 2017, man, he been consistently doing what he do, man, putting out hits, still at work in the studio, still making music, still doing what he fucking loves, man. And you know, cats might not have heard about him for a minute in some places, and they think that he ain't still doing shit. According to what I just saw on YouTube, man, he's still in the business, man, and he's still making hits. He's still doing it right motherfucking now. Right motherfucking now. And it's 2018, September, last week of September going into October. He ain't never fallen off, bro. He ain't never fell off. Slim Jesus still putting in work, still doing it big. Just like when he put out that first viral video and shit. In fact, I just peeped his latest stuff. Like, still getting millions of plays, man. So, like, when y'all be hearing about Tekashi 6ix9ine, y'all be hearing about who I'm also a fan of. When you be hearing about these new rappers and shit and these emerging artists and stuff like that, hey, man, you got to remember, there's cats like Slim Jesus. There's cats like Ritz, okay? There's cats who had been in the game way back, like third base, all right? So it's not just the dispute between, you know, MGK or the beef that they just recently had, Machine Gun Kelly and Eminem. A lot of white rappers, bro. A lot of white dudes getting money in this rap game in 2018 and beyond, and have been for a minute, okay? Don't have your lens focused in such a way that it's so narrow that you ain't seeing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Outside, you know, in your peripheral, man, there's a lot of different people, man, in the spectrum doing stuff musically in the world of arts and entertainment that you probably didn't even know existed. And I know you didn't know exist, and you don't know exist. Okay? And there's people just as big, you know what I'm saying, doing things just as big, if not bigger. You know what I'm saying? And I've been liking the style of this one dude, man. I've been liking Bad Bunny. I've been put up on his background, and I know, and I've met people who you know what I'm saying, who have met him personally, you know, and I've been watching his videos more and more. You feel me? And yo, man, this world is different now than it used to be, and it ain't just, you know, black African American or black in this rap game. It's mixed minorities now. You know, just like where I come from, we were racially, in terms of racial diversity, we were ahead of the curve. When I got to Chicago, when I was in the Midwest, I still saw a lot of, like, segregated neighborhoods. Like, wow, really? Y'all be on some segregated shit where it's like, that's the black neighborhood, that's the Puerto Rican neighborhood, that's the Spanish, you know what I'm saying? That's the Irish, and it's like, man, come on, for real? I mean, they you know, crisscross, and they overlap, for sure. But in a lot of ways, man, when I was in the Midwest, I saw a lot of the old shit, the old world way of doing shit, where it's like, yeah, that hood is that color and that race and that, you know. But I'm like, really? That's weird, because out west, man, in our neighborhoods, man, it's just whoever the fuck be out there. You feel me? Like, color ain't shit where we come from, bro. We everything. We everything where the fuck I come from. So to hear like, oh my God, did you hear about this guy on the internet? He's a pink rapper. It's like, so what? Nigga, that ain't novel, you know? Oh my God, he's a green rapper. He's green, like, and he's surrounded by all these like silver rappers. It's like, right, there's the silver dudes in his neighborhood, and he's the fucking purple kid, right? Like, that ain't nothing to us, dude. I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. Like, I'm glad that minorities in the rap game, you know, like Slim Jesus, I support that, you know, because it's a weird time in history where things are different and it's backward, but in a good way, where cats can finally understand, you know what I'm saying, more about the world of like racial integration and race relations and things like this. Because my father was a professor in the U.S. military teaching race relations during a time of heightened racial tension throughout America in the 1960s. And it's good to see, man, that in places where it had been segregated, in places like the Midwest, like, people are starting to understand that, you know, it's not unusual anymore for there to be people of all different colors, man. doing the urban music, the rap music, the hip hop music. And that's what hip hop was always supposed to be about and was always about from the beginning. And the irony is it took motherfuckers over 50 years to like figure out, oh, right, hip hop is about being universal. It's about everyone coming together. It's not about one particular race. This hip hop thing is actually dope. This shit is ultra tight. Shit, this shit's motherfucking goddamn ultra fresh. Come on, dude, you just now getting up on hip hop? You just now getting up on it, man? Well, that's cool, you know. Hey, some people been closed-minded. Their minds are starting to open, and they're starting to understand more and more about how this universe, this multiverse works. I'm your boy, One Sir Grove. Word.